is getting cold between our folded hands, like an hourglass that finally ran out of sand. I've been memorizing the cracks in the ceiling to avoid the weight of the way that I'm feeling. We've been dancing around the edges of the truth for months, trying to be everything to each other at once. But the air's grown thin and the words have grown few, and there's nothing left for me to say to you. So this is where we end. This is where we stop, at the edge of the cliff, before the final drop. No more maybe next time, no more try again. Just the quiet realization of where we've been. It's not a scream or a fire or a sudden run. It's just a soft letting go of all this beautiful pain. I'm releasing your ghost. I'm letting you go. This is the end of the only world I know. I'll take my books and a plant from the sill and leave the silence for you to feel. It's strange how life can fit in a cup, and how together suddenly feels so far. Don't look at me that way. Don't make it hard to leave when there's no more magic left up our sleeves. We used up the old ways and we spent all the then. Now we're just two strangers becoming we're instead of them. I miss the way you lie, I miss the way you sleep. But these are the secrets I can no longer keep. If I stay, I'm just staying for a version of us that's already turned into shadows and dust. Yeah, this is where we end. This is where we stop, at the edge of the cliff, before the final drop. No more maybe next time, no more try again. Just the quiet realization of where we've been. It's not a scream or a fire or a sudden run. It's just a soft letting go of this beautiful pain. I'm releasing your ghost. I'm letting you go. This is the end of the only world I know. Close the door. Turn out the light. We don't have to fight the dark tonight. It's over now. This is where we end. Goodbye, my friend. I'm pouring all this gold into a wishing well that's dry. I'm sending up my prayers to an empty, silent sky. I keep the porch light burning till the bulbs begin to burn out, knowing deep inside that you're never turning around. I've got a garden in my chest that I'm watering with tears, tending to a memory for going on 3 years. It's a heavy kind of worship, a devotion to a ghost, loving you the most when I'm the one you need the least. It's a long dark road, this love without return, watching every bridge I build slowly start to burn. I'm giving everything I am to a heart that's already full, living up pretend to snap with every single pull. It's a one-way conversation, a song nobody hears, just the echo of my heartbeat falling on your frozen ears. God, it's a lonely lesson that I'm forced to learn, how to survive this love without return. You're out there living life in the colors of the sun, while I'm still stuck in what we were and everything we've done. I see you at the market, and I see you at the park. You look so bright and easy, and I feel so cold and dark. You offer me a how are you, like we were never us, and I had to swallow down the salt, the longing and the rust. I say I'm doing better, and I hope you don't perceive the way I'm shaking underneath my heavy winter sleep. Is there a point where the river finally runs out to the sea? Is there a day when this feeling finally lets go of me? 'Cause I'm tired of being the only one who's keeping us alive, in a room where only one of us survives. On this long dark road, this love without return, watching every bridge I built slowly start to burn. I'm giving everything I am to a heart that's already full, feeling every tiny snap with every single pull. It's a one-way conversation, a song nobody hears, just the echo of my heartbeat falling on your frozen ears. God, it's a lonely lesson that I'm forced to learn, how to survive this love without return. Without return, you're not coming back. I'm just shouting at the wind, I'm just loving in the back. Love without return, yeah, it's a slow burn, just love without return. We're sitting on the sofa, but we're miles apart, counting the beats of a dying heart. The fire in the heart has turned to ash. We didn't go out with a bang or a crash. used to feel like a spark on my skin. Now it just feels like where the desert begins. We go through the motions, we play out the part, but we're just two ghosts with a map and no chart. The dinners are silent, the bed is a sea between the person you were and the stranger in me. We're keeping the pilot light on for the show, but we both ran out of fuel a long time ago. I'd almost prefer it if you'd scream or you'd fight. Give me a reason to stay in the light, but you're just a candle that's reached the last wick, and the silence between us is becoming too thin. It's a slow burn out, the coldest goodbye, the way that the forever just drifts from your eye. No sudden explosion, no lightning, no flare, just a quiet admission that nothing is there. We're flickering shadows on a crumbling wall, waiting for the final ember to fall. It's the oxygen leaving, the spirit of death. God, it's lonely watching the slow burn out. Watch the smoke rise, watch the heat go. The end of the fire is a long, steady low. The kettle screaming in the kitchen, but the house has never been this quiet. I'm memorizing every shadow in this sudden violent riot of the silence. I watched you fold your favorite sweater, the one with the thread I used to pull. Now the closet's just an empty mouth, and my heart has never been less full. It's not the slamming of the door or the gravel crying underneath your tires. It's the ghost of always hitting the floor and the cooling of our shared desires. It's the echo where your love should be, the static on our favorite frequency. I'm drowning in the quiet you're achieving. God, I hate the sound of leaving. I found your toothbrush in the drawer, a plastic relic of a life we knew. I reached to tell you, then I remember there is no more me and you. The clock is ticking like a hammer, nailing down the coffin of the day. Every second is a distance, taking you further, further away. They say that time is a healer just the sound of the shadows leaning against the wall. I'm standing in the center of the station, 1,000 faces blurring into gray. Everyone is chasing a destination, while I'm just watching hours drift away. The neon lights are flickering in puddles, like broken stars scattered on the street. I'm surrounded by a million different heartbeats, but I can't find the one I need. It's a lonely kind of chaos in the city, when you're the only soul who's standing still, trying to find a shred of grace or pity in a world that's lost its color and its will. I'm screaming out your name without a whisper, falling through the clouds out loud, but no one sees the salt upon the pavement, just more tears lost in a crowd. The laughter from a cafe on the corner stabs me like a cold and sudden rain. How can they be celebrating Sunday when I'm the only witness to this pain? I see a jacket just like the one you wore. I start to run, then I catch my breath. It's just another stranger passing through me in this hollow dance of life and death. If I fell down to my knees right here, would the current simply wash me to the sea? Or is everyone just hiding their own winter, looking for a ghost just like me? We're all just shadows bumping into shadows, hiding what we're thinking of. A sea of people drowning in the middle of a town that's run out of love. It's a lonely kind of chaos in the city, when you're the only soul who's standing still, trying to find a shred of grace or pity in a world that's lost its color lost in a crowd, just a face in the rush, just a break in the flow. Nowhere to stay, nowhere to go. Just another drop of rain in the crowd. Cold wind sweeps down the Beijing street, where the shadows of our laughter used to meet. The neon glow of Sanlitun turns blue, reflecting every ghost of me and you. I'm walking through a crowd, but I'm alone, like a palace garden carved in frozen I still reach for your hand when the car turns the corner. I still cook for two just to throw half away. The calendar's full, but the house is a mourner for the version of us that didn't get to stay. The dent in the pillow is finally smoothing. The scent of your perfume is losing its grip. I'm desperate for something, anything soothing, but the cup of our memories starting to chill. It's the weight in the air where you used to be standing. It's the quiet that roars like the storm in my ears. A hollowed out heart that is barely commanding the strength to survive through these colorless years. It's not just a hole, it's a physical presence, a shadow that's hollow, a cold kind of blue. I'm learning to live in the ghost of your essence, in the heavy, echoing absence of you. I went to that bookstore, the one by the river, and saw a new title I knew you would love. I felt the old spark, then the cold sudden shiver of knowing there's no one to tell it all love. The mail's piling up with a name I can't mention. The neighbors still ask how you're doing sometimes. I answer in riddles to hide the pretension that I'm not still losing my mind to these crimes. They say that you're gone, but you're everywhere, really. In the creak of the floor and the light on the wall. I'm talking to shadows and acting so silly, just waiting for footsteps to ring through the hall. But the silence is solid, the silence is stone, a kingdom of nothing. I rule alone. It's the weight of the air where you used to be standing. It's the quiet that roars We're sitting at the table, just a foot away, but the space between us grows a mile every day. I reach for your coffee, you reach for your phone. In a room full of memories, I've never felt so alone. Your voice is a radio, losing its signal, a faint static hum that I used to call home. Now we're just two ships on a glass-bottomed ocean, watching the wreckage through the salt and the foam. We're drifting apart in a tide of no motion, losing the shore of a lifelong devotion. No waves crashed against us, no storm blew the lead, just a slow, steady pulling of an invisible thread. I'm calling your name, but the wind is too loud. You're a silhouette lost in a low-hanging cloud. I don't know when the current got so heartless and smart, but we're helplessly, quietly drifting apart. I remember the days when our fingers were tangled, when the world was a map we were eager to fold. Now your map is a secret you keep in your pocket, and the stories we shared are all starting to mold. I try to roll back to the place where we started, but the oars are too heavy and the water's too deep. You're staring at horizons I can't even see, while I'm guarding a promise you're not trying to keep. Is it the salt in the air? Is it the moon in the sky, or just the hello that turned into goodbye? There's no anchor to drop, there's no lighthouse in sight, just the cold open water of an endless night. We're drifting apart in a tide of no motion, losing the shore of a lifelong devotion. No waves crashed against us, no storm blew the lead, just a slow, steady pulling of an invisible thread. I'm calling your name, but the wind is too loud. You're a silhouette lost in a low-hanging cloud. I don't know when the current got so heartless and smart, but we're helplessly, quietly drifting apart, further away with every breath, just a speck on the line where the sea meets the sky. Goodbye. I dug a hole in the backyard of my mind. For every I love you I had to leave behind, I wrapped up our Polaroids in a rusted tin box and hid all the keys under layers of rocks. I told my reflection that I'm doing fine, that I've scrubbed out the taste of your name like it's wine. But the ground is uneven, the grass won't grow green over the wreckage of what could have been. 'Cause you can't keep a secret from the dirt and the rain. Eventually the surface will crack from the pain. I tried to enter every hope, every spark, but buried feelings don't stay in the dark. They grow like the ivy, they bleed through the storm. They remind me I'm haunting this garden alone. I'm standing on top of a heart that won't still, with a ghost that I've tried, but I can't seem to kill. The neighbors walk by and they see a clean yard. They don't see the trenches or where I've been scarred. I'm meticulous now with the way that I breathe, so nobody notices how much I see. But sometimes at night when the wind starts to moan, I hear our old laughter trapped under the bowl. The deeper I push it, the louder it cries, like 1,000 forevers that never quite die. There's no headstone here, just a patch of cold mud where I tried to extinguish the fire in my blood. I thought if I hid it, it wouldn't be true, but everything I'm planning, it just looks like you. 'Cause you can't keep a secret from the dirt and the rain. Eventually the surface will crack from the pain. I tried to enter every hope, every spark, but buried feelings don't stay in the dark. They grow like the ivy, they bleed through the storm. They remind me I'm haunting this garden alone. I'm standing on top of a heart that won't still, with a ghost that I've tried, but I can't seem to kill. Digging it up just to put it to rest, but the weight of the earth is too much for my chest. Down in the deep, where the memories sleep, they don't stay down, they never stay down. I'm staring at the table where we used to talk. Now the silence is a shadow following my walk. I made 2 cups of coffee out of habit today, then watched the steam vanish and turn into gray. The sugar doesn't help, the honey's gone dry. the strength in my chest is starting to leak. Oh, it's a lingering burn. It's a cold kind of fire. The end of the road and the snapped copper wire. I'm choking on the promise of a life we didn't make, drowning in the ripples of a heart about to break. It's the salt in the wound, it's the ghost in the light, the way that the morning feels more like the night. I'm haunted by the flavor of a lie that felt like sky. It's just the bitter taste of goodbye. Your name on my tongue feels like rusted iron. A beautiful song played on a broken violin. I try to remember the sweet and the gold, but the air in this bedroom is turning to mold. I'm scrubbing the scent of you off of the sheets, but the memory is pacing the floor like a thief. Every I love you is a debt I can't pay, just a sour reminder you're walking away. It's the copper in the air before the storm begins, the feeling of losing before the game even ends. I'm biting my lip just to feel something real, but there's a numbness in me that no wine can heal. It's sharp, it's jagged, it's dark, and it's deep, the kind of secret that a soul shouldn't keep. Oh, it's a lingering burn. It's a cold kind of fire. The end of the road and the snapped copper wire. I'm choking on the promise of a life we didn't make, drowning in the ripples of a heart about to break. It's the salt in the wound, it's the ghost in the light, the way that the morning feels more like the night. I'm haunted by the flavor of a lie that felt like sky. It's just the bitter taste of goodbye. No more sugar, no more wine, just the ghost of your hand slipping out of mine. Bitter, so bitter. I still reach for your hand when the car turns the corner. Then I catch the cold air where you used to be. I'm still learning the ghost of a house that was warm. Now the silence is screaming back at me. I bought the groceries you liked on a habit. Then I stared at the bag till it blurred in the light. Funny how forever is easy to promise, but never again is what keeps me awake at night. Now I'm speaking of you in the past tense, tracing the outlines of a life we didn't get to keep, folding up the always into boxes in the basement. While you're out there living dreams I only see in sleep. God, it's a heavy kind of silence, a bitter kind of sense, trying to survive this love in the past tense. The ink on the birthday card hasn't even faded, but the we in the sentence is already died. I'm walking through hallways that we decorated, feeling like a stranger in my own life. I saw your coat in the back of the closet, asleep touching mine like nothing had changed. But the clock on the wall is a thief and a prophet. Everything beautiful feels suddenly strange. It's the was and the were and the used to that's cutting my heart like a blade. I'm stuck in the years without you, and I'm so damn afraid that I'll keep speaking of you in the past tense, tracing the end of a life we didn't get to keep, folding up the always into boxes in the basement. While you're out there living dreams I only see in sleep. God, it's a heavy kind of silence, a bitter kind of sense, trying to survive this love in past tense. You were my favorite chapter. You were the light in the heart. Now you're just a story I tell, if I can bear to tell it at all. Love in the past tense, just love in the past. I watched you check your watch and grab your keys while I was memorizing the way you breathe. The suitcase is zipped, but the air is still full of the life that we built. you pull. I know it's over, I know that we're done, but the moon doesn't want to give way to the sun. Just 5 more minutes, or maybe just 10, before the forever starts coming to an end. Can we just have one more last time? One more I'm sorry, one more you're mine. Let's dance in the kitchen while the world falls apart. Hold back the winter that's hitting my heart. I'm not asking for years or to change your mind. Just give me one more last time. Your coat's by the door where it always should stay, and it kills me to know you're a heartbeat away from becoming a memory, a name in a book. I'm terrified of the way that you look, like you already left, like you're already gone, while I'm still here trying to hold on to the dawn. Don't say it's better to just walk away when there's so much us left in the words we don't say. The clock on the wall is a cold-hearted sound, taking away the last solid ground. If I don't let go, then you can't really go. Just stay for the ghost of the girl you used to know. Can we just have one more last time? One more I'm sorry, one more you're mine. Let's dance in the kitchen while the world falls apart. Hold back the winter that's hitting my heart. I'm not asking for years or to change your mind. Just give me one more last time. Just one more. Before the door clicks shut, before the silence starts. One more last time. One more, please. I checked the mirror and I didn't see me, just a hollowed out version of who I used to be. I told my mother that I'm doing fine, but the wine in the glass is the only thing that's dry. I keep my head up when I walk through the town, but the weight of your ghost keeps pulling me down. I say I've moved on, that I found my feet, then I smell your perfume on a stranger in the street. Because my words are good at hiding, and my smile is a well-rehearsed lie. But the truth is in the wreckage, in the corner of my eye. I can't tell the world I'm over you and act like I've survived the goodbye. But my heart is a leak I can't fix anymore. Honey, tears don't lie. There's a space on the bed where you didn't quite fit. Now it's an ocean and I'm drowning in it. I deleted the photos, I threw out the keys, but I can't delete the way you looked at me. I'm a master of maybe, and I don't really care until I see your jacket on the back of the chair. Then the armor just crumbles, the walls fall away, and I'm back in the moment you walked away. They say fake it till you make it, but I'm faking just to breathe. And the only honest thing left in this room is the salt on my sleeve. Yeah, my words are good at hiding, and my smile is a well-rehearsed lie. But the truth is in the wreckage, in the corner of my eye. I can tell the world I'm over you and act like I've survived the goodbye. But my heart is a leak I can't fix anymore. And honey, tears don't lie. No, they don't lie. They tell the story of a girl who's still broken. They say the words that I should have spoken. You can hear me laughing, but look in my eyes. Tears don't lie. Tears don't lie. Looking at the person sitting across the table, but I'm searching for a ghost I used to know. You're wearing his clothes and you've got his name, but the fire in your eyes is an empty flame. We're sharing a roof, but we're miles apart. I'm tracing the cracks that formed in your heart. I ask how you are and you say that you're fine, but your voice is a shore that I can't seem to find. I miss the boy who would stay up till 3 just to listen to shadows and secrets with me. I Your touch used to feel like a place I could hide. Now it feels like a secret you're keeping inside. I look through the photos from just a year back, and I wonder where our train ran off of the track. You don't laugh at the jokes that we used to make, and I'm careful with every single breath that I take. It's lonely to love someone standing right there when you're reaching for spirit and catching the air. Is he buried under anger? Is he hidden under pride? Did the world get too loud so I stepped deep inside? I'd give anything now just to see him again, to lose the stranger and find back my friend. 'Cause I miss the boy who would stay up till 3 just to listen to shadows and secrets with me. I miss the life we used to dance in your brain before you let all of this coldness crawling. You're still right here, but you're already gone, and I'm left in the dark, waiting up for the dawn. I'm mourning a version that didn't have to choose. I miss the old you, the one I didn't lose. I miss the way you used to look at me. I miss the way we used to be. Come back to me. Please come back to me. I miss the old you. The echo of your sorry is still hanging in the hall, but it didn't catch the pictures as they tumbled off the wall. You're looking at me hopeful like the words a magic key, but a bandage doesn't work when the wound is this deep. I'm staring at your shadow while you wait for my reply, but the us I used to believe in just let out a final sigh. It's quiet in the kitchen, it's heavy on the stairs, and I'm sorry doesn't fix the way you weren't really there. 'Cause what happens after the apology, when the air is still thin and I still can't breathe? You said the words, but the world didn't end. I'm still standing here at the edge of the end. The I love you feels hollow, the forgiveness reach across the space and tell you it's okay. But okay is a million miles and 1,000 tears away. You're waiting for a hug, for the ice to come back home. But I've never felt more broken than standing here, not alone. A shattered glass can be glued back, I know that it's true. But the cracks will always show when the light shines through. You think the debt is settled because the truth was finally told. But the fire's out of fuel and the hearth is turning cold. You got it off your chest, now you're sleeping just fine. But you moved all that heavy weight over to mine. You're relieved that it's over, you're ready to start. But you left the messy pieces in the middle of my heart. So what happens after the apology? When the air's still thin and I still can't breathe. You said the words, but the world didn't mend. I'm still standing here at the edge of the end. The I love you feels hollow, the forgive me feels small. When you've already let the whole house fall. It's a lonely kind of hollow, a bitter kind of free. The silence that follows after the apology. The sorry is spoken, but the heart is still broken. Yeah, the heart is still broken. Now what do I do with the rest of the truth? After the apology. I saw your sister's post. You're finally back in town. You're wearing that blue shirt I bought, the one that's fading down. And there's a girl I don't recognize laughing by your side. She's got the kind of easy light I couldn't provide. I practiced this 1,000 times, what I'd say if we met. But I'm just a ghost in a coffee shop you're trying to forget. I wanted to be angry, I wanted to stay small, but seeing you look steady is the hardest part of all. I hope you're happy, I really truly do. Even if that happiness is a version without you. I hope your head is quiet and you're sleeping through the night. With all my heavy baggage, making everything a fight. It's a different kind of heartbreak. The plants we bought together, I let them finally die, because keeping them alive felt like living out a lie. And I'm learning how to cook for one and how to like the quiet, though my heart still puts up one hell of a riot. I used to pray you'd realize that you made a big mistake, but watching you move forward is a risk I have to take. You look like you've been breathing, you look like you've been free, and that's the bittersweetest thing you've ever done to me. I don't want you to be lonely, I don't want you to be sad. I just want it to be the best thing that you ever had. But if letting go of my hand was the only way to soar, then I'll be glad I'm not the one you're holding anymore. I hope you're happy, I really truly do. Even if that happiness is a version without you. I hope your head is quiet and you're sleeping through the night, without no heavy baggage making everything look fine. It's a different kind of heartbreak, a selfless kind of blue, to finally meet it. What I say, I hope you're happy, even if it isn't with me, without me. It's a beautiful thing to see. You found the peace I couldn't give. I hope you're happy, I hope you live, I hang my coat up and I lock the deadbolt on the door. Then I let my weary body slide down to the kitchen floor. I've been the shoulder for a dozen friends today. I've kept the shadows and the jagged edges tucked away. I wear this fine like it's a heavy suit of steel, until I don't remember how a human's supposed to feel. The world keeps leaning and I'm braced against the weight, but I'm terrified of what might happen if I break. 'Cause I'm tired of being strong, I'm tired of being brave, I'm tired of being the only one that I'm supposed to save. I wanna be the one who falls, the one who gets to cry without a million reasons, or keep your head You used to be the place where I could finally put it down. But now I'm just a queen of an empty, quiet town. I miss the way you'd see the crack before the glass would go, before you became a person that I didn't even know. Now I'm the anchor, I'm the rock, I'm the steady hand, building monuments for people on a sinking bit of sand. Everyone says I'm so resilient, like it's a choice I made, but I'm just a little girl who's really, really afraid. Is there a room for me to crumble? Is there a heart where I can rest? Or am I destined just to be the one who always passes every test? 'Cause I'm tired of being strong, I'm tired of being brave, I'm tired of being the only one that I'm supposed to save. I wanna be the one who falls, the one who gets to cry without a million reasons, or keep your head up alive. I've held the ceiling up so long, my hands are turning numb. I'm waiting for the rescue, but it's never gonna come. I'm just a hole in the horizon where the line is moving on. God, I'm tired of being strong, just for a night. Can I be the one who breaks? Can I let it all go? I'm so tired, yeah, I'm so tired of being strong. I changed my number and I moved to a different street. I traded all the places where we used to meet. I threw the sweaters out, the ones that smelled of you. I'm doing everything they told me I should do. The morning's busy and the afternoon is loud. I'm just another face lost inside the crowd. But when the sun goes down and the traffic starts to fade, I find I'm standing in the wreckage that we made. I can change the locks and I can paint the walls. I can stop the tears every time the evening falls. I can tell my heart that we're better off apart. I can find a brand new finish for a broken start. time's a healer, that the memories will dim, like a photograph that's left out on the rim of a window in the sun, until the colors turn to gray, but you're as vivid as the day you walked away. And I can't change the locks, and I can paint the walls, I can't stop the tears every time the evening falls. I can't tell my heart that we're better off apart. I can't find a brand new finish for a broken start. But your name is written in the static of the air. I look around the room and find you everywhere. I've lost every lie, I've tried 1,000 truths, but I can't forget you. No, I can't forget. Every time I close my eyes, it's like we haven't met. The end of the story yet. I'm still holding on, even though you're gone. I can't forget you. The sky is bleeding gold and bruised purple above the hills where we used to run. I'm leaning my head on a cold window pane, watching the retreat of a tired sun. You're checking your watch and you're clearing your throat, while I'm trying to memorize the light on your coat. The horizon is pulling the day to its knees, and I'm shivering under the ghost of a breeze. The last sunset we'll ever share, the final gold ribbon in your messy hair. Tomorrow the morning will wake up without us, and the world will keep spinning different and callous. But right now the shadows are lying on the floor as you drift away toward the lock on the door. I'm watching the fire go out in the sky in the beautiful wake of our final goodbye. The birds are all settling deep in the trees, ignoring the way that I'm down on my knees. We promised we'd stay until the stars came to play, but the clouds moved in and they washed it away. The colors are fading to a dull, dusty gray, like the things that we both were too frightened to say. Every inch of the dark is a mile between the life that we had and my heart has been no turning back. It's the last sunset we'll ever share. The final glory running your messy hair. Tomorrow morning we'll wake up without us, and the world will keep spinning different and careless. We're running shadows all on the floor as you drift away tomorrow. Knock on the door. I'm watching the fire go up in the sky in a beautiful lane of our. And the light goes out and the world turns cold. Just a story finished, just a hand to hold. No, the sun is down. The sun is I've rearranged the furniture a dozen times or more to hide the scuff marks where your boots would hit the floor. I've painted every wall a brighter shade of blue, but the house still smells like the Sunday morning view of you. They say that time